Okay, starting chapter 2, we're going to learn what a domain and a range is. The domain are the x values. And when I talk about the range, they are the y values. And basically, how can you tell if it's a function or not? I'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, I can say it now. How can you tell if it's a function? No repeating x values. So these three problems, if you look at a chart, a table, and if you don't like the table, you can write it as an ordered pair. But this is yes. This is a function. How do I know that it's a function? I can look at my or x value, and they're not repeating. If you look at the next group, I'm only looking at my x's. This is no, not a function because there's two 2's. And the last one, I'm looking at my x's. And yes, this is a function. You can have repeating y values. You just can't have repeating x values. Another way, instead of looking at a table or a set of ordered pairs, you can do the vertical line test to check to see if it's a function or not. So I'm just going to make a parabola. I think I'm going to make a sideways parabola. And I think I'm going to make a line. And instead of looking at ordered pairs and looking at repeating x values, I can do the vertical line test. Okay, what does the vertical line test means is I just draw a vertical line through my graph and it can only hit it once. Does it only hit it once? Let's do another one just to check. It only hit it once when I drew my red line. Check it again, it only hit it once. Yes, this is a function because when I drew my vertical lines, it only hit it once. Okay, let's check to see if a sideways parabola is a function. I draw a vertical line through it. When I draw a vertical line, it hit it once and twice. This is no, not a function. And this one down here, I draw a vertical line, I draw a vertical line. I'm checking it in different spots, and yes, it is a function. Just to prove to you, doesn't this point kind of look like 1, 2 right there? And doesn't this point down here kind of look like 1, -2 if you wanted to plot these 2 points? Look what happens, you guys. Are they repeating x values? Yes. So I showed you on the front page by just looking at ordered pairs, and now I'm showing you by graphing. Okay, how do we deal with functions in this class? So the older you get, the more challenging math gets and the more they change things on you. So this is the change. In Algebra 1, you might have done like y equals x plus 1. And when you made your x, you made an xy chart. I know you know how to make a table, but when x is 1, 1 plus 1, y is 2. When x is 2, y is 3, correct? In Algebra 1, you named your ordered pairs 1, 2, 2, 3, and so on. Okay, now, Algebra 2 and up, you really use that. Algebra 2, pre-calc, college algebra, calculuses, all those high-level math classes. Algebra 2 and up, higher-level math classes, we don't use y. We say that it's f of x equals x plus 1. Just a different way of writing, and it's called a function, because they usually use the letter f, which is the function. Some function of x is equal to x plus 1. The table has an x in it, but it doesn't have a y, because if you look at the y changed to f of x, so you have an f of x over here. Your table still looks the same. When x is 1, y is 2. When x is 2, y is 3. Okay, this is really important that you know this. Your ordered pair changes. You guys know your ordered pairs as 1, 2, 2, 3. This is the way you write ordered pairs. F of 1 equals 2. F of 2 equals 3. See the difference between how you write ordered pairs at the Algebra 1 level and how you write ordered pairs at the Algebra 2 and up level. So that's what we're doing. We're going to write an ordered pair. We're learning how to write an ordered pair. So we're going to do f of 2. What does f of 2 equal? Well, we're going to look up here in the f and notice what happened. You replace the x with a what letter? Or with the number 2, I meant. You replace the x with the number 2. That means over here you have to replace the x with the 2, which makes 2 minus 3, which is equal to a negative 1. So f of 2 is equal to a negative 1. What does this mean? It means that this is the ordered pair that you would have known in Algebra 1 as 2, negative 1. These mean the same thing in math. So we're just learning how to rewrite things in a different form the higher level math you get. What is g of a negative 4? You're going to go under the g, and in place of x over here on the right side, you're going to put a negative 4. 2 times a negative 4 is a negative 8, and a negative 8 plus 4 is also a negative 4. So g of a negative 4 equals a negative 4. Let's do a couple more, and I think we're done. F of 3, what does f of 3 equal? You have to go back up into this one, and in place of x, you put a 3. 3 take away 3 is 0. And what is g of a negative 1? It's going to equal a positive 2. And that is all the notes. At least you know what a function is now and how to use functions.